theater artists here in town. I'm so pleased to see so many people have come out for the show. Just to let you guys know, Metro Youth is celebrating its 12th season, and we've given over 1,200 students the opportunity to perform Shakespeare on stage. Each year we select a different number of schools in the community, and this year's participating schools are Windsor, Seckman, Cahokia High School, and the St. Louis Homeschool Network. For the past 10 weeks, festival teaching artist Lucy Cashin, everyone say hi, Lucy! And myself, have worked with the students doing an in-depth study and rehearsal process of Henry V. This is our culmination of all of that work, the process, the team building, the collaboration, and so we're proud to present it to you. We are part of the Shake 38 Festival. We are one of 38 performances scheduled between April 23rd and 27th here in the St. Louis area. The locations of these performances vary as much as the performances themselves. Some are online, some are in the park, some are in theaters. And so if you're interested, we encourage you all to go online to the festival website, that's SFSTL.com, to get a complete schedule of Shake 38. If we have any students in the audience that are participating in the Will Play program, we do have stamps, and afterwards the usher can stamp your card for you to make sure you get all 3 stamps so you can get your free poster. If you are interested in signing up for the festival newsletter, you will receive lots of lovely information about all of the festival events that are going on. We'd like to thank our Shake 38 sponsors, Ken and Nancy Kransberg, as well as our media partners, the Riverfront Times, and of course, KDHX. Isn't this a lovely space? Yes! Be sure to come see some more events here, right? At this time, I just want to ask everyone to turn off your cell phones, turn off your babies. Be quiet. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Shakespeare Festival, St. Louis's Metro Youth Shakespeare production of Henry V.
For a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then should the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars, and at his heels, leashed in like hounds, should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment. But pardon, gentles, all the flat, unraised spirits that have dared on this unworthy scaffold to bring forth so great an object. Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France? Or may we cram within this wooden O the very casques that did affright the air at Agincourt? Oh, pardon. Since a crooked figure may attest in little place a million, and let us, ciphers to this great account on your imaginary forces work. Suppose, within the girdle of these walls are now confined 2 mighty monarchies, whose high, upreared, and abutting fronts the perilous narrow sea now parts asunder. Piece out our imperfections with your thoughts, into 1,000 parts divide on man, and make imaginary puissance. Think when we talk of horses that you see them, printing their proud hooves in the receiving earth. For 'tis your thoughts now that must deck our kings. Carry them here and there, leaping over times, turning the accomplishments of many years into an hourglass. For the which supply, admit me chorus to this history, who prologue like your humble patience pray, gently to hear, kindly to judge our play.
My lord, I'll tell you that Sophil's urge, which in the 11th year of the last king's reign was like, and indeed against his past, but the scambling and unquiet time did push it out of further question.
But, my lord, how shall we resist it now?
It must be thought on. If you pass against us, we lose the better half of our possession, and to the coffers of the king beside, £1,000 by the year. Thus runs the bill.
This would drink deep.
'Twould drink the cup and all.
But what prevention?
The king is full of grace and fair regard.
And a true lover of the Holy Church.
The courses of his youth promised it not. The breath no sooner left his father's body than his wildness, mortified in him, seemed to die too. Yea, at that very moment, never was such a sudden scholar made. Never came reformation unfold with such a heady currents, scouring folds, nor never hydra-headed willfulness so soon did lose his seat as in once, as in the king.
We are blessed in this change. The strawberry grows underneath the nettle, and wholesome berries thriving ripen best when neighbored by fruit of baser quality. And the prince, obscured in his contemplation under this veil of wildness, which, no doubt, grew like the summer grass, fastest by night, unseen, yet oppressive in its faculty.
It must be so, for miracles are ceased. And therefore we must needs admit the means to how things are to be perfected.
But, my lord, how now for mitigation of this bill urged by the commons? Doth his majesty incline to it, or no?
He seems indifferent, or rather swaying more upon our part than cherishing the exhibitors against us. For I have made an offer to his majesty, as touching France, to give a greater sum than ever the clergy yet did to his predecessors part withal.
How did this offer seem received, my lord?
With good acceptance of his majesty, save that there was not enough time as I perceived his grace would fain have done. The severals and unhidden passages of his true titles to some certain dukedoms, and generally to the crown and seat of France, derived from Edward, his great-grandfather.
What was the impediment that broke this off?
The French ambassador upon that instant craved audience, and I think it's time to give him hearing. Is it 4 o'clock?
It is.
Then go we into Noah's embassy, which with ready guess I could declare, but the Frenchmen speak a word of it.
I'll wait upon you, and I